all our leaders, we pay dearly for those boys that died in South Africa. The brilliant petition writer in the history of Nigeria is from Benin. You know him? Anthony Enahoro. The most sincere human being that held elective position for long year and long day in Nigeria, who refused to steal, is the first labor officer, Pa Muhammadu.
When you are away to America, there's another issue. The biggest issue that crop up when you are away to Nigeria, when you are on your 2-month trip to 16th state of America, was the issue of xenophobia attack in South Africa, and that issue took a new dimension. It became so very controversial. We saw horrible pictures of Nigerians being humiliated, kicked, beaten, burned to death, and there was retaliative action in Nigeria. Some of the investments that were perceived to be of South Africa were damaged, like MTN, even ShopRite. There was massive retaliation, and even some areas in Gambia, there was retaliation from the xenophobic attack also reached Gambia, and some Nigerians reacted across. Some other countries reacted, but Nigerians were targets, especially our brothers from the eastern part of the country. And eventually, 2 weeks ago, Mr. President traveled to South Africa to go and have a meeting with President Cyril Ramaphosa, and a lot of people felt that was not a good diplomatic decision, that it should have been the other way around. But Mr. President said he has to go to relate with Nigerians and appeal to them to be gentle. And when they got there, some of the decisions was that, Nigerians who are operating barbing salon and small scale businesses should release it and let it be done by South Africans, that those that have large scale industry should be the one to be given visas. And in between the hulabaloo, we saw the chairman of Airpeace, Barrister Noyema, releasing his airplane to do an emergency diplomatic evacuation of Nigerians, and there was a lot of brickbats in that one. He spent a lot of money. He said he's doing it voluntarily, that he must evacuate Nigerians who are suffering. And at the time, the barrister broke down in tears at the airport when he saw the way his people were being molested, and some of them are now in Nigeria. Sir, what do you think this portend for Africans, Nigerians, and especially our very diplomatic and commercially enterprising Igbo brothers?
I believe your grammar is too much about the matter.
Yes, sorry, sir. Say the diplomatic.
You made me to be so worried about journalists. Whoever heard the way you pronounce your English BB grammar, it's just like you want to give Wole Soyinka a wife, and you said Wole Soyinka should give vote of thanks. You know, it will involve people go and bring dictionary, and but later we then say we will say you should give vote of thanks because or you bring Obayagbon from Edo to come and give votes of thanks. My brother, how can somebody from Nigeria, it's just rather unfortunate, my brother. It was the white that set the black against the black.
What do you mean, sir? I can't believe this, sir. Because it was the South Africans that were killing Nigerians. They said they are taking their girlfriends, they are taking their businesses. This is a new dimension. I can't believe this, sir.
No. I saw all what people said when I was away. And so I was just laughing.
In America?
You know, I was in South Africa in the month of July. I was there. I saw things myself.
What did you see, sir?
Okay. And I told them that trouble will start one day before the end of the year. I told 4 people. And I even told them in the church that if they wanted to sleep, they should not sleep with their 2 eyes. Because the white people there, they now saw that these people are behaving like a king. You know, Nigerians, Igbo and Yoruba are just like daughter of a king. They cannot bow their head too much. How do you think the first son of Oba of Benin to be a security guard in a UBA? Is it possible?
I don't think so.
Invade the gate, they coronate his father. The dog in the palace is what? Is having immunity. There is immunity on us. That's number 1 of your question, sir. You see, do you know before Nelson Mandela was sent to jail? You will laugh. They made the South African people to work in the hotel as a houseboy, as a driver, as a gardener, as all dirty jobs, and security guards. And when they wanted to kill chicken in the hotel, the South African people goes there to help them kill all the chicken. It can be 2,000 chicken. They will kill those chicken, peel the skin. Then the white people will now tell them, you know what? Those legs, the fingers of the chicken, you can go with it. Then the intestine and the skin and the feather. That's what they give to the South African people. Is that life, sir?
That's horrible, sir. That's disgusting, sir.
Have you ever seen since any Nigerian that was born who can eat the intestine of a chicken?
That's never happened to me, sir.
But I said, no any Nigerian. Take note. These are the things the South African peoples are eating before the liberation. You know there is no independence in South Africa.
I can't believe that. Mandela said he gave
around the whole place. You see the English name. How they have shared those lands. Go and see all the big malls there. The ShopRite is owned by the British people. It's not owned by the South African people. It's the white people that got the franchise. South Africa, no. They only give them percentage. You know what I'm saying? You see that you now see that Nigeria is not their trouble.
Yes.
Then again, I will tell you. Do you know what is in Psalm 137?
I'm just trying to read it now.
So it's by the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down. Yeah, we will. When we remember Zion. Who said it? That's Bob Marley, the wailer. This is what is happening to us. Then there is nothing bad for the son of Shagari, son of Buhari, son of Atiku, son of Fashola, not to be a brilliant student in the class. But the son of his gardener can be a mathematician. He will still go inside his father's house to teach him mathematics. He said, Daddy, Kemi knows mathematics more than me. Let him in to come and be teaching me. He said, no problem. Do you know, one day again, if the result of Fashola's daughter or son improved, jacked up, they can get that by a passport and a ticket to go on holiday with them. You know that?
Yes, sir.
It's possible. This is what happened in South Africa. We've gone there to enlighten them. But the enlightenment does not go down well with their colonial master. This is how Enahoro, they thought about Enahoro, the brilliant petition writer in the history of Nigeria, is from Benin. You know him? Anthony and Ahoro. The most sincere human being that held elective position for long year and long day in Nigeria, who refused to steal, is the first labor officer, Pa Muhammadu. He did not use government money or union money to build for his house, for himself. He's from where? He's from Edo. It's still the same Edo now that people said they womanize, they take cocaine, this and that, because of the houses and the, you know, I told you before that the dependent that we have is on the houses and the Fulanis. You know, now if the Fulani want to do election, they will cross the border and bring more Fulani. You know, we have some before. How can somebody be allergy? What's the meaning of allergy? Visitor. The person who has visited Saudi Arabia. But this man now said is allergy.
That's a very peculiar name, sir.
Sir. Then the other one again, you don't know. He said, Awolowo said he want to probe 1980, 81, 82, 83. The Hausa said no. Why do you want to probe us? Why? Hausa never kept money in the bank. Even the one Abu Salam stole kept outside the bank. The one Buhari, Babangida stole is already in Mina, in his house. The one he packed most was pounds and dollars. He believed they cannot change that. He has his own CBN there. When Soludo was going, he emulated them. Then when Sanusi was going, he emulated them. My brother, who is a true Nigerian, then come to South Africa. These are the things all these young boys are saying, Nigerians. What they're supposed to use to set up a new business, small scale business. All our leaders has looted it. That was what pushed them to this untimely death. I didn't, being a shoemaker from Onewi, have access to go to the bank and pick up a loan. I come back and repay again. But the rate of the loans, they say he should bring a house, the document of his house. This man is renting a room. Then they said he should bring the wedding certificate of his wife. This man did not, the woman that he married is even senior him 2 times, just like Good Luck and Patience. Even up till now, Good Luck and Patience did not wed. They didn't have a wedding certificate. Where do they have money to, where do they have the documents to get loan from the bank? These are what MFLA and all the banking institutes in Nigeria has been doing from inception. No any layman who can go to the bank and borrow money. Reverse is the case in London, in Switzerland. Can anybody say in America, for Adeboye Oyedepo, Abiara, any of these Nigerian general overseers, to now say, oh, he's preaching in Texas or New York, that praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
I have seen somebody there that will get Nigerian visa. Oh, praise the living God. You see, everybody will just be gotten out. All the white people there, if you paraventure by accident they came in there, they will be walking out. Did any white man need Nigerian visa?
No, sir. No, sir.
But Adeboye used that on these people for about 30 years. Oh, yeah, they could use this on these people for more than 30 years. That's what he said. In Matthew 23, 1-4, Matthew 23, verse 20 to the end. Then when you look at the book of John 15, 1-4, then when you look at the book of Luke 12, 1-3, then Luke 12, 16 to 21. Then when you look at the life of these rich people, then Luke 19, from verse 1 to 10. They said that man was Zacchaeus. He has 3 things in his life that is very terrible. He's greedy, he's short. Then he has ulterior motive. He's so myopic in thinking. He said he will never join money to those people who want to bring Jesus Christ into the city. But when he saw the clamor that followed the invitation, he said, oh, I could have given them money. They could have allowed me to be on the high seats, being a tax collector. But he said it's too late. Even the repentance of Judas Iscariot in Matthew 26 was too late. That was why he decided to hang himself. So now he decide to climb the tree. But because our God is awesome Father, good Father, he said, Zacchaeus, I know your plan, I know your mind. Psalm 139, Psalm 37, Psalm 26 from 4 to 10. Then Exodus 23, 1 to 5. Then Exodus 23, verse 17, 18, 19. He said, Zacchaeus, allow wèrè asiwe mabo. Leni. Ìgbàlà ṣe kíni òwòlé. Owó tó lò nínú yẹn wà náà. I'm coming to your house to come and dine and wine with you, with Jesus entourage. Does he pay or not? Or he didn't pay?
He paid.
All our leaders, we pay dearly for those boys that died in South Africa. Then, to come back to your question, this enlightenment, when the Nigerians, when they were under pressure, we were fighting for the release of Mandela. We are fighting for their independence. Even the herbalist in Nigeria, the fish seller in Nigeria, the teacher in Nigeria, the watch repairer in Nigeria, the cobbler, we donate money. Even I could remember Abasom just said, anybody who has tested his voodoo, either a shake betu or egg that we can throw in somewhere that can cut fire, he said we should contribute. That we should use everything to build them out of this trouble. And we all cooperate with them, and they were free, partially free. All the mechanized farm there, the aeronautic school there, the piloting school there, then the brewery there, the airport there is being owned by the white people. I was in their store, my brother. I went to their store. All the people selling there, all the store boy, they are South African. But where they are going to put the money back is the white people that are still there. You know what I'm saying? So, but Nigerians now came. They push all the South African people out of the city. But Nigeria now came contesting those places. You know, we have this type of problem in Saudi Arabia before. You know, they are not selling land for Nigeria in Saudi Arabia sometimes.
Why, sir?
Yeah, because all the source area in Saudi Arabia, all the Nigerians who went on Hajj, they have all big houses there. Go to Georgia, go to Texas, go to everywhere. Do you know how many houses Obasanjo has in Dubai? Do you know how many houses Tafa Balogun has in Dubai? Do you know how many houses did Atiku has in Dubai? And Fashola, even the Burutai, this chief of army staff, he has a house there. You see? Then they are the biggest landlord around the place too. Nigerians, they are sons of the noble. No matter how you call yourself, anywhere I get to, anywhere you see 3 Nigerians, there will be money, there will be happiness, there is no dull moment for any Nigerians. Anywhere they are, you can see the Yoruba area, the Igbo land from us. You know, the Igbo started Obioma. I was very shocked when Oni of Ife said, Igbo are the people who are called the Alaje.
Yes,
up to 1983, Igbos are still patching their trousers and nika.
Oni said they are the Olorisha Aje.
Because maybe he has girlfriends amongst them, you know. He's so used to ladies. Maybe any of his girlfriends is from the place.
No, that's your Jaja too. Any time you go see
Jaja of 300, no problem. They will still get Jaja to 300.
No Jaja too, sir.
I don't want to know what is Jaja. So when you look at all these things, he's just very simple. He's just very simple, my brother. We are just like a hunter who went to the farm. This is Nigerian people. This is addict for Nigerian people. Then he saw the egg of an eagle. 8. He said this eagle has escaped. Then he packed the egg and join it with the egg of the chicken in his kitchen, and the chicken hatch everything, because they are the same family. Then when he hatched the whole thing, you know what happened? They were both living. Then the chicken never knew what the landlord did to his egg. Then when he now hatched, it now, after some 6 weeks after hatching, then a hawk came from the blue to carry the chicken. Then he picked one, then he flew away. Then when he wanted to use his beak to touch the flesh, he had the smell. He said, "This is myself. I must not eat this." I said, "My God, how does this happen? What are we doing in the midst of people? In the midst of ball, this chicken." Oh my God, that's our Nigerians. I didn't mean we need to carry our load with the Fulani on the outside. Nigeria could, the China that even has the glory today, the glory could come to Nigeria. We could have been the first person to be China under heaven. What type of car, what type of ammunition, what type of gun, what type of anything that you will take to Nnewi? Give them 24 hours. They blaspheme it. Go to Benin. Even in Benin, they will produce the gun. They will produce the gun. You know, Benin people help Nigeria to do guns before they start giving it foreign, because Xenophobic wants some quick money. It was Xenophobic that pushed the Benin people out, and his father. My brother. So come to your South Africa. Today is not to talk, but the time will come when I will talk. So when you look at it, how do you expect a Nigeria who has the next building to a white man in South Africa? The white man is using V-boot. No, he's using G-Wagon. Then the Nigerian that is selling parts, selling tire, bringing tire across and everything, is using Range Rover 2018. You see the reason why the hawk cannot touch what he has already snapped? It's okay. Before we know all these things. And then, you know how Nigerians produce children too. The South African people has no wages. The average good South African person is a full-time drunkard. Anytime, ask anybody in South Africa. I saw it. All their men from Friday, they are already in bottle like Good Luck Jonathan in Jonathan good those days. By 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in Aso Rock, Good Luck is drunk with vodka, fully on. It was Desiani and the other people that are busy siphoning. I can even think maybe Good Luck is from South Africa. So, sorry for digressing. So when you look at all these things, sir, these are the things that trigger the white to set. You could remember the book Things All Apart. You could remember the book Animal Farm. Go and read it. That was what happened. Either Xenophobia or Maniphobia or Maniphone or Carburetor. Yes, sir. Remove those English. Maybe they reported the case to Wole Soyinka before Nigeria heard about it. Because Wole Soyinka will give name. Wole Soyinka is an English doctor. Then if you talk to Abati too, Abati is a brilliant student in English. He will give name to it. Oh yes, before this president rubbish him. You get the point? So automatically, these are the things that happened in South Africa. They can't tolerate. They cannot accommodate Nigerians again. You get the point? They set some of the South African people against the Nigerians. And then where the school of the white people children do attend, Nigerian students are there now making first in mass, making first, having first class. Many Nigerian law lecturers are receiving award over there. So my brother, why are we not going to fight? Do you think what happened, what Nigerian did in Ghana is more than what they did in South Africa? No. Worse things are done in Ghana by Nigerians than what they did in South Africa. But the Ghanaian people push them away, accommodate them, warn them, do meeting with them because we are brothers. It was the Ghanaian people that are supposed to react like what we see in South Africa. Because what Buhari did to them in those days, that the Ghanaian must go. Shagari said the Ghanaian must go. Because the Ghanaians are taking the Sobata from the houses and the Fulani people. They are the one cleaning the shoe in the other barracks. They are the one cleaning the shoe in Lagos. Because all the shoemakers are making more money in Benin, Lagos, Port Harcourt, and all these soils Ibadan. How many people want to clean shoe in Kaduna? How many people want to clean shoe in Yobe? Because all of them, unless they want to clean the cloth of a cow. Abiko yense. Abi we no patako bata malu. So when they are taking the job away from the Hausa people, the Sobatas, so they drove the Ghanaians away. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. And then the Ghanaians are helping the Yoruba, the Igbo, the Benin people in mathematics, physics, chemistry, and everything. Most of our schools in those days is the Ghanaians, and they are brilliant. So when we cannot tolerate them, do we burn their house?
No, sir.
Do we attack them?
No, sir.
Do we Sasophonia?
No, sir.
Do we Sasophobia? Even the NT Celesobia. Leave this English, please. Please. Enito kutiku. Sasophobia for the phobia for this man is dead. So it's not the fault of the black people in South Africa. The Nigerian people should forgive them.
What do you mean that?
It's only they said Paul. They use Peter money they rob Peter to pay Paul. You know what I explained to you?
Yes, sir.
A South African cannot sell land. It's owned by the white people. Even when Mugabe was saying this, we were thinking it was joking. What happened in South Africa is already happened already in Zimbabwe. You see, when they cannot return Zimbabwe money, Mugabe money back. You know, you see the casket they did to Mugabe. Yeah. Well, is it the one that wrote it on his will? No. In order to take part of the money. You know what I'm saying? Do you think they can retrieve all those money back to African country? No. So it was not a deliberate action. But when you get to some part of South Africa, some police do go to visit Nigerians. We don't know, because when you have a checking point, you wind down. Oh, they see Nigeria in big car, this and that. Because some people said it was drug. It was drug. No country in the whole world that don't involve in drug. Okay. Is the Nigerians who work as a custom officer there? If your borders is not porous, those drugs will not enter the country. Look at of recent, when they blocked the borders. It was just the arrangement of Nigerian people to shut down the borders. How many kidnapping have you registered again? How many guns has ever entered the country again? Because that's a sensible country, a sensible government must be shutting down the gates at times to minimize and then to orchestrate and then arrange the inflow of contrabands.
And bad citizens.
Yes, sir. You get what I'm saying? So these are the things. Nigerians are not. Has any Nigerian be a general in the soldier there? No. What about custom officer? General? No. Even we don't even know whether if they have even employed a Nigerian to be a custom officer there. So it's their fault. It's not the drug. They just want to call the dog a bad name, so they can use it to what? To can just hang him.
Are you sure that the anger toward Nigeria is not about drugs peddling, that the South Africans are allegating? It's not about snatching of wives.
The Bible that thou shalt not kill is in the Bible. Snatching wife. How can they snatch wife?
The ladies and also the South African ladies are crying.
Have you some of them?
So they are saying that Nigerians can sleep with them very well and give them money.
Forget about sleep. I know you will record that. What I'm trying to tell you, they've interviewed some of the ladies. They said when they married their fellow South Africans, by Friday their husbands are not living in the house. They are inside the bottle in the beer house, in the pub. The biggest company so far in South Africa for the South African people, before the invention of the Nigerians, is beer parlor. Beer is very cheap there. That's what they wanted to do to Nigeria now. By MBL, doing beer promo. A graduate go and take 16 bottle. They put beer inside a flask. Drink until you die. Then what will happen to their kidney in another 10 years? What will happen to them? They will become an addict. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So automatically, if you want me to explain everything, I will explain because I saw it. Then again, they don't take care of their wife. Go to all these stores. It's only their women. They are storekeeper, this and that and that and that. Go to the post office, go to everywhere. It's the women. Then you see the men and they are too aggressive. They have temper. They need to control their temper. They have temper management. Temper problem. And they don't hear English. They don't speak good English. You know what I'm saying? Then the way Nigerian dress on Sundays and all the most expensive hotels, you see Nigeria lodging there. Maybe they took the money from Nigeria or anywhere, but they don't want to know. Maybe these Nigerians fleeing from America, fleeing from Japan, everywhere. They don't want to know. So that was what brought do you remember what happened in the book of Genesis 4, 1 to 10? They gave them the hand and everything at the same time. Cain and Abel. Who killed Abel? Cain. Because of what? Envy. Then when you look at the book of Genesis 25, 26, and 27, he said, hey, this hand is in the hand of Esau. But your voice, look at the voice of Jacob. He said, no, daddy. Then when the war wanted to start, the mother said, Jacob, go to my family. Because if Esau lays his hand on you or see you, he will destroy you. That was what led him to slavery. So when he got to Laban, all the punishment that he was to receive from Esau, Laban met that on him. All this suffering we are facing everywhere. Do you know the numbers of Nigerians they killed in Saudi Arabia last 2 months? They are more than 90. They behead them. You know, not all of them were given a judge, a fair trial. Don't you know the outside and the Fulani of Nigerians? They normally open the zip of the bag and put drug. Some of them did not aware of the drug. See what happened to that lady, yes, whom they changed the tag. I didn't mean they did not have people in government. What could have happened? Facing in China, in Russia, in America, character assassination. Character what? Assassination. So Nigerians should cool temper. If they want to go there, they can go. If they don't want to go, because the Bible said in John 7, John 8 and 9, he said, I'm sending you out to migrate, to go and exploit and everything. It's in the Bible. They are not doing what is wrong. But he said, anywhere you get to, if they didn't receive you, dust the sand of your shoe and leave. The man who dropped the plane will live to see the fruit, to enjoy the fruit of his labor. Adeboye is there. Okay, you say Oyema, sir? Yes. Barrister Oyema. I'm praying for him since that day.
You mean Barrister Oyema of Airpeace?
I pray for him virtually every day. Okay. You get what I'm saying? This is what all the Christian body is supposed to do. But we didn't have one Christian body. We only have anybody. When you see all the pastors and general overseer, you know what they never tell you? Oh, he said yesterday we just bought pajamas. This is what is coming out from the mouth of the general overseers. PJ. What's the meaning of PJ? Private jet. I've just bought my private jet. PJ, pajamas. So, where are they working? These are the people who are supposed to have even show sign of love. Adeboye could have even bring out money He could have been the first person to go. Abiara supposed to even put money down. Then Oyedepo. Oh, these are the people that, even including Marcos, even $1,000 or $2,000 is not too small. So that we should go and evacuate all these people. God bless America. God bless Britain. He said America can die because of what? One person. The person that carried this passport. Go and see American passport. Go and check it. That if anything happened to this man that carry this passport in your country, America will go to war. That's to say, life counts. In Nigeria, life doesn't count. What do they kill in South Africa that they have not killed? You see what happened in Benue? And the president was in Aso Rock taking his tour and Furadununu. Do you know how many Nigerians have been killed by Boko Haram? How many Yoruba? How many Igbo? How many Benin? How many Cross River person? But in order for them to get to the top of the roof, to have the answer, and the Fulani, what are you doing? They will retire them. They will tell them, go home. You see, it's only in Nigeria where mad people rule us. They will send all these soldiers to go abroad. For what? For courses. Immediately they arrive, they will give letter for retirement. What they have learned, will they go and use this one to be making love to their wife? Or what do they? Where are they going to use it? And they never even employ them as a consultant because they are giving headache to the Hausas and the Fulani. What is the qualification of the chief of army staff? What is the qualification of educational qualification of the chief of custom? Ali? What's the qualification of all these people? They did not have. But they will not employ Bini, who is well read. They will not employ anybody from the east who is well read. And they will not employ Yoruba, but they like to use them as a secretary. Do you remember the story of Chuku Mereje? Yes. He was the one writer, a confidential writer for Babangida. Babangida gave him a ministerial proposition. Writing the speech. Do you remember all the people writing the speech for Patient Jonathan? Later he said that is God. He's tired of what he wrote. He can't read it. He can't read between the lines. These are our leaders. Then when you look at Gohan, right from his front pocket, he was paying IMF loan for the British people, going around with our check in the early 70s. Then when you look at the Udoji Award, they said the money is too much. We should be dashing money to people rather than to be building estates. I think all those ones are being annexed those days. Before the expiring date of the oil, people will not go to South Africa. People will not go and die. In 1965, 68, 69, we only go to London to study and come back. And when people are going, they will do send-off. Then when they come back again, they receive them with party and with a new car. Where is Pojo? Pojo is no more. Where is Volkswagen? Volkswagen is no more. Where is Dunlop? Dunlop is no more. Where is Michelin? Michelin is no more. But the president said we should go to the farm. Everybody should become a rabbit. So we will go. Anybody who is lucky to come back home again, he said we should go and be eating. We don't need to do anything with computer. So we should go and be tilling the land for real. So the Lord will bless Nigeria. Anybody who has been bereaved, whose son and daughter has been killed in South Africa, the Lord will console them. The Lord will bless the rest one left behind. And church 18 or currency will not happen in their family again because it's too disheartening. To raise a child, to raise a graduate, to raise a doctor is not easy. For somebody to bomb people's house, to cut somebody on the head, and all the things you said they vandalized in Nigeria. It's Nigerian money they used to stock all those things. You get what I'm saying? Yes, sir. What we're supposed to do was to revoke their license and sold all those companies back to the Nigerians.
Nationalize them?
Yes. That's what we're supposed to do. But the party will not do it. Because all the hierarchy of APC now, they are now wayward people. Even they are now dancing to the tune of the PDP people. What we hate in PDP are now coming. Even the chairman now is now becoming a radical. I don't know what the government needs. Why the government wanted to keep the governor of Kogi State. I don't know. It's going to tarnish the image of the party. And there's going to be war there. Because what the people want is not what they are forcing on them. And they know what will happen. If they have remembered what happened in 1929 in Aba Women Riot, if the masses lose control, it's harder than when you pick up Showore on the street. And they should remember what happened in 1983 in Ondo States. When PDP, SDP and AD were having headlock collusion. But what happened to the Nigerian soldier? How many soldiers they lost at Okigbo? When the trouble starts, the herbalists will stand, the pastors will stand, the market people will stand, everybody will stand. The people of Kogi are not happy with the governor. Then they should talk to Oshimole. They should talk to the president. They should talk to the people in Asorok. If there's anything they want to do with that boy, they can send him out as an ambassador. They are not having peace in that place. It's a warning. And they say no. Buying people's vote, buying people's card, buying anything, buying the vote will not solve the problem. Yes.
The White Lion.
But the Lord said that place is going to be ruled by a retired officer. Not this guy that they brought through the back door. Enough is enough. Because when you look at the book of Animal Farm or Julius Caesar, he said we are going to write a letter of different handwriting in Julius Caesar. He said, but Cicero is a tough senator. He said we will forge his handwriting. All the things that are going on in another place are forgery. They are forging, they are stepping on people's head, people's opinion, people's vision, everything. It may boomerang. We should give kudos to that Nigerian who has used his wit, who has used what he has to help his brothers. And those people they brought back home too. We should look for what to do to help them. It's not good for somebody to be homeless. And it's not good for somebody to live in a foster home in your father's land. It's not good. But if I didn't mean they are in the north, all the rice they seize from the border and everything, Buhari gave it to his people. They said they're doing IDPU in the north. Yes. Do they give the rice to anybody in law? It's only in Kano, Adamawa, Kaduna, everywhere. That's where they share the rice. And all the benchi, the blanket and everything, it's only there. So, but these people now, government will not do anything about them. They're supposed to give them money.
They said the Bank of Industry is going to raise a fund for them. That's what one Honorable Abikadabri said of the Diaspora Commission.
They will not do anything. Nigeria never love lives. They don't like lives. They don't like to give life to people. What do you say to a commissioner of finance, commissioner of finance, or commissioner of health, and minister of health? Who saw it? You came to in the ward in the night. He saw a candle. A patient was even lighting a candle. So if operations is to be carried up that night, how do they do it? That is in Nigeria, because they have passport. Now I thank God for what Nigerians in diasporas has already. They have joined hands together to be beaten. Even Obaseki narrowly escaped beating in the last wedding he went to outside Nigeria.
So, and when you travel, so they beat the former Senate President. Yes, he lost his shoe that until today now they're still looking for his shoe and his red cap, sir.
Even they're supposed to have even stabbed his head.
He ran an escape from Germany during the Yam Festival.
The
Yam Festival, sir.
Yes, because there was trouble boiling here then. Okay. Are they the one that planned the yam they are eating then in Germany? What comes over Igbo doing the new Yam Festival outside? Is that what they want to use to help their brother? Even of recent, there was a wedding that took place in Anambra. When the suitor brought yam and goat, the goat and the yam was stolen.
At the wedding, sir? That's a bad sign for the marriage.
It's not a bad sign. They said the people are hungry. And somebody came from America to come and pay suitor. They stole all the yam and the gari and the rice.
At the wedding, sir?
I said, even the groom have to run away. They have to fly down to Lagos. They share the goat meat without roasted.
It's embarrassing, sir.
What is embarrassing? Somebody is hungry. A hungry man is an angry man.
For dowry to be stolen, sir. The goat and the yam is like for dowry, sir.
What about the accident that happened in Sango here? Ajegmule bus stop. No, after Ajegmule. At in between Alakuko. About 17 cows died.
Yes, sir.
Five people were lifting the death of a cow. Before 3 hours, all the whole 70 cows has been vamoosed.
It disappeared. I heard about that 2 weeks ago, sir.
Then
The cows were stolen.
about goat. Nígbà téèyàn mẹ́rin tẹ́bi ń pa tó gbódìdí màálù tó hàn tí kún. Oh, sorry ẹni.
It's embarrassing, sir.
Àṣàbí wọ́n ti kún wọ́n ti jẹ́. Kí ló ń embarrassing bẹ́ẹ̀? Ẹlẹ́ran náà pàtó forí ẹ̀ pamọ́. Mẹ́rin ló survive ní ẹran 30. Mẹ́rin ló survive wọn pa mẹ́rin tó survive. Gbogbo ilé tó dùdú bólẹ̀ lẹ́yìn. Wọ́n léèyàn mẹ́rin gbódìdí màálù kan. Níbo ló ti rí strength?
Even the whales that was washed out in Bayelsa, they slaughtered it, sir. And when you the whales, is it that people are so hungry like that, sir, in Nigeria, sir? There is
salvation. There is scarcity. They can't steal money from the government again. You know, I told you before. Somebody who is working at Hausa is in charge of generators, all the staff quarters. Then every weekend, the man supplying the diesel, we give him what? 600,000 as a kickback. So he's so free to buy a recharge card for 50,000 and load us his card and then take his girlfriends to a hotel. But all these ones are not happening again. Even they have declared the state, all the roads, state of emergency. Even the roads are hungry. The third roads, all the roads are hungry. Talk like a human being. If you want to go to Ajah from here, it will take you 6 hours. The normal hour you will take to London is what will take to Ajah. And then all your buttock and everything will be what? Will be flat. Even if we should continue like this before the end 2023, because then money came in Nigeria, everything is going to be flat, just like the Chinese people. Ibẹ̀ la máa ti mọ̀ pé ìṣòro ti dé o. Nígbà tí kébé bá ti gbẹ, ó rọ̀ wá lọ́rùn la fi yọ̀ kébé o. Ọ̀rá ló sọ̀kalẹ̀ sí ìdí wa o, tó ń fi pè ní kébé o. Ṣùgbọ́n tí o bá sọ̀rọ̀ àmọ́, kí ló fẹ́ ká ṣe? Afẹ́fọ̀rọ̀ ẹran dín ní. Kí ló mi rí fún ṣe bí wọ́n lọ sọ nípa scarcity?
It's embarrassing, sir.
Mo ní màmá lòyìnbó yìí, mo ní wọ́n jí màálù gbé lọ tó kú. Wọ́n lọ jẹ́ ńlẹ̀ wọ́n embarrassing. Ṣé inú pọ́ọ̀tù àbáwọn tó là? Wọ́n náà tún lágòlágò mọ́ra wọn lórí pé ibi ẹsẹ̀ tó gbé yẹn, ó níbi ẹsẹ̀ tó ń gbé yẹn nìkan gé fóun. Wọ́n nígbà tó ń ta ẹ́ lórí ẹ̀yìn ló tó wá gbé atlas pé ibi tó bá wù wá la lè bù fún ẹ. Wọ́n tó dájà ẹ lẹ̀. Má là ká ńlẹ̀. Ṣé bó rí màálù tó ń fògùn pa níjà rẹ̀? Tọ́ ni ara òkè pa nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀.
36 màálù, 36 cows.
Wọ́n dán ògùn wò lára Hausa ni. They test voodoo on them. Tí ara bá pa nǹkan á jẹ́ á là á. Wọ́n sọ fún ẹ pé àwọn tó lóko wọ́n ti take over ni o. Sọ kí ló ti kù. Ṣé mo sọ fún ẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé kì í ṣe nǹkan tó máa pariwo sí? Ṣé o ti tún pariwo láti ìgbà tí mo ti lọ?
No sir, no sir.
Báwo kì í pariwo? Tí Yorùbá fẹ́ lọ fọwọ́ mú Buhari, wọn ò ní sọ síta. Ìgbò ló máa ń pariwo. Ṣé o pé wọ́n lè fi àfẹ́ rí kan lọ fi mú Buhari kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀? Mo mẹ́ni kan lẹ́kìtì, mo mẹ́ni kan ní Ondo àti Èkìtì tí wọ́n lè lọ mú Buhari kúrò lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ẹ̀ wá sí Èkìtì tí wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ṣe Buhari nìkan tó ní ṣe tí àwọn tó wà pálọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ nímọ̀. Wọ́n á fẹ̀yìntì gan-an bí eléyìí wọ́n dẹ̀ máa wọlé. Àti ìrì kankan àti ìṣedébẹ̀. We are still, when you look at Exodus 9, verse 9 to 10, he said, when all the miracle workers came, they turned water to blood, they did their own. Then they did everything. But when it comes to using the ash to bring boil on the people, he said they were unable to do it. So that's all.